Hey guys, welcome back to the Baby Dude channel. Thanks for tuning in. As you can see, we're working on the Mini Cooper, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so if you clicked on today's video, you already know what we're doing. Today we're going to be talking about Plastidip and Auto-Dip. I'm not doing a comparison, but I want to tell you guys why I think that Plastidip is dead. Alright, so first and foremost, if you don't know what Plastidip is, you're living under a rock. Plastidip is basically a peelable spray paint you can spray in your car, and it's not permanent. It's basically a vinyl spray paint. Instead of a vinyl wrap, you can spray it on your car and remove it anytime you want, giving you various options to change the colors, just to change the overall vibe of your car. You can spray it on your wheels, you can spray it on interior panels. The sky's the limit. The product originally came out to coat handles of tools, and it really didn't go anywhere with that. I remember seeing it on an infomercial when I was about 10 years old, and I really never heard anything more about that. And then the company Permatex was bought by a different company, and that's who we know of today. Fonzie and Dip Your Car, they did a lot more with the product, and it's revolutionized the way we paint and coat vehicles today. Now, that was about 10 years ago. You fast forward till now, you have companies like Autoflex and all these other companies that have actual sprayable vinyl that goes on the car and comes out as a gloss, and that has taken it to a whole new level. And if you guys haven't noticed, Plastidip has been getting rid of a lot of their products, their product line, and they only now have the performance series that actually comes pre-mixed. And I find that that's coming at a really interesting time, since Auto-Dip, which is the product we're going to talk about today, has recently gone live, beginning at the end of May. It's when it went live with their sprayable in the gallon, spraying right out of the gallon into the car in a gloss format. Plastidip had to come up with something to compete with that. It just seems maybe a little bit too little too late, because now there's these other companies that are out here competing. Fast forward to this year in May, and we enter with Auto-Dip. Auto-Dip is basically the same thing as Plastidip, but it's on a whole different level. It's like comparing the T100 from Terminator to the T1000. There's no competition. It has gloss right out of the can. It even self-healing like the T1000. I think that Plastidip is not going to be able to compete with this. So I had an opportunity to get my hands on a package of Auto-Dip that they no longer sell them anymore. I got the promotional sizes. They're a little bit larger than the normal size you can purchase on the website. So sorry guys, you won't be able to purchase these larger cans. Now, the interesting thing about this is with the Mini Cooper, a lot of the times they sell the add-on pieces around the headlights here and around the surroundings on the tail lights and all the trim around the sides in the gloss form. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this car washed since it is my daily. I treat it really bad and it has been washed in a very long time. So we're going to get the car cleaned off and washed. As you can see, it's baking in the sun there, and some of the Plastidip is actually coming off in the areas that I already Plastidip a year ago, and that's fine and well. We're going to be redoing it. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking. Let's get the car cleaned up. Let's get it dipped. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have a can of Auto-Dip here. I actually have a package of 6. And as you can see, this can is rather large compared to a normal can. As you can see here, I have a normal Plastidip can, and it is a can of 11 ounces. And this can here is 15 ounces. So this is what I was referring to, actually 15.8. This is what I was referring to when I said you won't be able to get these yourself. I believe these were just from a test demo package that I was able to purchase that someone had in their old stock. So you'll probably be getting the ones directly from Auto Dip that are about this size. Many of you guys know that I plastic dipped these wheels that I got for $100 this time last year, and it's been on my car for a rather long time. It's held up very well, and for these wheels that were curb rash, it did the trick. Whereas other various areas that I covered with plastic dip to match the paint, it held up decently well, but once a tear or a nick developed, it was pretty much downhill from there. As you can see here, the plastic dip began to peel here, and I just kind of left it alone because I knew that at some point I'd be making these things black. Just didn't want to make them matte black, since the color of the car is silver, and just the matte just really doesn't go that well. And also last year I did plastic dip this grill here. However, we will not be plastic dipping this or auto dipping this grill, because I do rather like the matte contrast against the silver here. So without further ado, let's get all this old plastic dip off of the surroundings on the headlights and get going. Alright guys, so about 10 minutes later, this is what we're left with. Let there be a lesson to you guys. You saw how much difficulty I was having getting all the old plastic dip off. I did that when I was relatively still new to plastic dip, so I didn't put that many coats on, not enough coats to actually get it off. So the trick with plastic dip, as you probably know, is you got to put enough product on to get the product off. So let there be a lesson. Same thing goes for the auto dip. So we just cleaned the surface off best I could. I used some Windex, but you should use some type of alcohol-based cleaner. That'll work probably a little bit better. But I used Windex. It's fairly clean and now dry. And there are two methods. I could tape around here to do the auto dip, or I could easily pop this this trim piece off, which is what a lot of people recommend. So I'm going to go ahead and see what it entails to actually pop this thing off, and then if we can get it off, then we can spray this separately from the car. If not, if I can't do it without breaking it, then we'll just tape it up and we'll dip it that way. Alright guys, well, sorry my camera died, so I had to kind of make this work with the camera not recording everything. But as you can see, it's pretty glossy right out of the can. I'm pretty impressed with it, so I'm going to go ahead and remove all this tape that's masking everything off, and we'll see how it looks compared to the opposite side. As you guys can see, it's pretty much done. It could have been a little better. Some areas that didn't get as much coverage as I'd like, but only because I was rushing. I was kind of fighting with daylight here. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, guys, and I think it's pretty safe to say with a little more preparation and a little more patience, I could probably get even better results than this. But all in all, this was really good. As you can see, it had like a little bubble that kind of popped there, so it kind of left a little hole. I'll just use some touch up with maybe a paintbrush, a little brush there, and just kind of dab in that space. That'll be fine. But all in all, that looks really good, guys. And you guys can see on the opposite side. So I will probably do the other side tomorrow. I'm going to be driving around a little halfway done here, but it's no big deal. I really don't care. But all in all, I'll call that a success. I'm really happy with the amount of gloss I was able to pick up. So yeah, guys, I'll call that a success, guys. I definitely would recommend you guys trying out Auto Dip if you want to do all your trip in black. So guys, that about wraps it up for today's video. Hopefully you liked today's video. If you liked today's video, go down to the comment section down below. Let me know what you liked about the video. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you disliked the video, you guys especially, go down in the comment section and let me know what you disliked. The only way these videos are gonna get any better is if you guys are really transparent of what you like and what you dislike about the videos. You guys have seen this channel is experiencing some pretty phenomenal growth for my channel size, and that's all thanks to you guys. So before you guys go, make sure you stop by the Beamer Dude Automotive Garage. Is currently the best way to support the channel. If you see an item on there that you want to purchase it. It's through eBay. All the proceeds go to supporting this channel and help supporting the builds that we do on the channel. If you don't see an item that you want to purchase, send me a direct link to the eBay item and I will send your own personal affiliate link so you can support the channel. So guys, I want to thank you guys for watching, and as always, peace out and Godspeed, guys.